In a season that's about all things haunted, ever wonder how many people believe in ghosts? Turns out about 40%. But what about our pets? Have you ever caught them staring at something that you don't see, hearing something you don't hear? Rena Sargentopoulos went to the experts to learn more. But first, a few ghost stories.
We have like 6 or 7 ghosts from what I can tell.
Joe Lemanchek lives in a nearly 140-year-old home in the suburbs of Chicago.
They're generally all good-natured. We have kind of a grumpy old man ghost in the basement that just has kind of like a get off my lawn energy.
First, yes, he is the brother of our friend and coworker Lauren Lemanchek. Second, he's among the 40% of people surveyed by Statista that believe in ghosts.
For me, it'd be sad if this house had been around 140 years and no one wanted to stick around. Like, I plan on haunting it.
Joe gives off good ghost energy, am I right? He's also fairly certain his former dog Winston and current dog Charlie have sensed the same thing.
When we first moved in, he would sit on the couch and you'd see him looking into the next room and his eyes would be following something and he'd be growling at it. And then eventually, like, he got used to it and his eyes would still follow it and he'd get a little excited and he would chase after it, but he didn't see it as like a stranger anymore.
Are you looking at the fan?
Aaron Darso's cat Kimchi does the same routine a lot. The cat looks like it's following the ceiling fan, but the fan isn't on.
Nope. Nope, you're not. Nope. She looked at the corner. There was something else she was looking at. The cat I had before her, right before she passed, she spent a lot of time in my room in that corner. So I think she saw her.
But is that true? Can our pets see ghosts?
I think that they can sense an old presence or a lingering presence.
Aaron may not be that far off. I mean, there's no proof that ghosts exist, but when it comes to senses, dogs and cats have us beat.
There are certain frequencies that are far advanced beyond humans.
Doctors Deborah Bryant and Robin Hayes at Veterinary Behavior Specialties of Minnesota say we may be in charge, but our pets are far superior when it comes to the senses, like hearing.
If your dog would suddenly go to a corner of the house and start barking, seemingly at nothing, it may be that they're hearing bugs in the wall or rodents in the wall, things like that, and we can't see or hear them.
Cats and dogs can hear sounds above and below frequencies that we can hear. Their ears are just designed better. They can move them around to orient to sound. Cats can turn their ears 180 degrees. They've got 32 muscles in there. Humans, we've got just 6. When it comes to sight, neither animal can see colors well, but they can see much better in dim light. It was a sense developed to help them hunt. And when it comes to smell, we're not even on the same chart. According to the American Kennel Club, dog noses are up to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours.
The ability to smell things is definitely far beyond our capacity, and they will be able to tell also like how long ago that animal passed by.
Think about it. We train dogs to smell the smallest particles of scent. They have anatomical features that are much more developed than humans. They can detect explosives, drugs, even illnesses. And how many stories have you heard about dogs alerting people to a fire?
You should trust them when they are behaving out of the norm.
Cats are no slouch when it comes to the sense of smell either. And both animals are creatures of habit. They can sense when routines are different or if we are off. So when a person or another pet dies, can they sense them after they're gone? Kind of.
If there's a person who's no longer in the home that was significant to them, and are they still picking up some of those molecules of scent that tell them that there is still a presence of that person around or the other pet that is no longer there.
So science can explain away some of the behaviors that our pets exhibit, but sometimes it's just nicer to think that they're seeing and sensing something we don't.
It was a lot more comforting to think that my old cat was hanging around and my new cat was talking to her than just thinking like it was probably like a spider or like something weird.
Rena Sargentopoulos, KARE 11 News.
Well, vets tell us that dogs are more perceptive than we think. They can pick up on subtle changes in our behaviors that we don't even know we're sending, meaning often they're just reacting to us, reacting to whatever.